Limbo was the first game released from Microsoft's 2010 Summer of Arcade. The dark and ominous puzzle platformer blends gameplay elements of Braid mixed with the environmental puzzles of Eco. There's no dialogue, there's no names, just one goal, and it's to find your sister who's missing in the woods. The entire game is just in black and white. Well, you never see the boy's body, you just see a silhouette of him and his just white glowing eyes the entire game. I draw comparisons for Limbo from Braid and Eco because it has the same style as Braid, where little platform, like the platforming is secondary in a sense to the puzzle solving, but I use Eco because the puzzles are more environmental puzzles. You have to figure out, well, if I knock this down, I can get up to there, and I can use this box to get up to there, and in a sense like that with puzzles, but you will be reminded of Braid instantly once you start playing Limbo. Game's developer did a fantastic job with the environment. It really is the star of the game. There's no music, there's no, like I said, no dialogue or anything. It's just you running through this forest and just trying to avoid obstacles, and it really is great. It is literally the star of the game. And be prepared to die a lot because it will happen often, and it's just sometimes just unavoidable. It's a game of trial and error, and it's just. But the way that they design the deaths, you're never really too disappointed, and oftentimes you really aren't that upset that you died. It's just a really cool thing to watch. It's something like Burnout, where you just sometimes you just want to die just to see how bad it looks. In terms of the puzzle themselves, Limbo never really presents anything that's just, I don't know what to do, I'm done with the game. There's always, if you just sort of look at everything that's presented in front of you, all your options, you'll be able to find, any puzzle out. For any Braid fans out there who are able to complete that game, that's a lot more difficult than Limbo. But the gameplay itself with the puzzles and the platforming, it's just an all-around fantastic game. The enemies are great. The huge spiders. It makes you think: is the protagonist small, or the spiders just really big? The different traps you'll see bear traps. You'll see pits of bottomless pits, and then some filled with spikes. And with any type of game like this, there's probably a deeper underlying message behind it. And I think they leave that open for interpretation. But for $15, the game will last you around 3 hours on your first playthrough. You can probably finish it under an hour on your second and third, and multiple after that, knowing all the different solutions to the puzzles. But this is definitely a great start for their Xbox Summer of Arcade. And any puzzle platformer fans out there, any fans of Braid or, like I said, Eco, this is definitely a must-have on the Xbox 360. So I'm going to give Braid an A. It was just great start to finish.